spawns can feel a little bit weird, and there were a couple where they just weren't aware a guy could spawn behind them. So I think Optic will clean that up.
Eu jogo de RS, jogo de sub Hus.
When we get to latter half of this arc. Well, clearly they are drilling and they are
Pode jogar de sub,
practicing. They are ready to go today.
Ah não, o Pix joga de R, né?
3 é. O Pix joga. Eu sou SMG.
SMG?
A gente é JSOC nesse guilda.
JSOC.
Eles estão passando pra lá, pô.
Nem vem pra cá, Pete.
Bora então.
Tá indo. Tá,
Pra cá, Meters, pra cá, Meters.
Here on the CDL. Two top squads going toe-to-toe as Vegas Faze about to take on Optic Texas. And let's start here with the Faze Vegas squad as they are looking to pull off another upset. They started a little slow, but one player did not. Simp has brought his A-game every single match. He's leading his team when it comes to statistics. And now, if you're one of the other three, you're feeling a little pressure because you just signed another player from Challengers to be a fifth man on this bench.
Yeah, and he could run both weapons, right? So nobody's truly safe here. I think a lot of people would say that points towards Draza a little bit more, so he's going to be inspired to play well. But this Faze team, biometrics, like massive improvement, match to match, like 6-0ing Gentlemates who've looked incredible, getting every single first blood. For Vegas, though, they just got off to some really slow starts. 0-3 in map ones, which has obviously got to be better today. And you look towards the AR duo, Chris, to step up when we get into those HPs. They need to have a bigger impact.
4-1 in their search and destroys. If they get to a game 5, they could be dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Are you looking at Abuza 04? Who needs to have the biggest day today?
I'm looking at Draza. I mean, just the narratives that were set. A player that we know is capable of taking over games, and you know he's going up against the most touted AR duo in the league right now in Mercules and Dashi, right at the top of our pyramid. So Draza definitely needs to have a performance today.
On the other side of this map, matchup, you have Shotzi and Dashy coming off back-to-back World Championships. Hook and Mercules have been ferocious in the game as well, with Mercules leading all players in search and destroy statistics. Let's talk a little bit about the highlights, though. Who has the flashiest gameplay in Black Ops 7?
Oh, I mean, it's Shotzi. I mean, everybody's going to look back to the preseason clip, which is probably still the most impressive clip so far of him just doing the nasty, man, taking people hostage, popping 2 and 3 pieces. Here it is right here. The kid is just impressive. His POV, he's always in the mix,
So bad,
but he is susceptible to a slower start. We've seen that a couple of matches in Hardpoint where if he doesn't get going early, then Optic gets into like this mix fest and the HP can look a little sloppier than it did at the tail end of last year. So that's the emphasis for Optic in these next couple of weeks, is get the HP back to where it was last year.
Despite being at the top of the leaderboard, they also allowed Exceed to play from their headquarters yesterday. Big shout out to the organization supporting the overall competitive scene. We've got Scar Hardpoint, Colossus Hardpoint. Those could be the difference makers, and I'm told that we're probably just going to see the Drovic today. So expectations in this matchup, Mr. Nameless.
Yeah, I mean, I think we go a game 5 here. I think Optic's the favorite. Would I be shocked if Faze won? No.
So let's lock it in officially. It is time for your scuff pick'ems. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to go with the safe bet. With an official 10-10 record, we make it 11-10 with an Optic win today.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with FaZe Vegas in this one. Search looks super good. Like I said, it's going to be a close game.
You just showed me breakouts. You sold me on Optic, and now you're going Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams have looked good in different ways, right? And for Vegas, I think they're playing to prove a point today. I think Draza performs.
If so, we will have, I think, 7 teams sitting at 2-1 or 3-1. It's time to find out. Does the chaos kick off the day? We got Merc and Maven on the mic.
Thank you, gentlemen. This will be fun. I mean, it's interesting. Yes, they've had very different strength schedules to this point.
Yeah, you can say that.
But when you talk about their results and their strengths and weaknesses right now, they're pretty similar. Like, you have 2 very good 2-3-5 teams, and Hardpoint's been a little rough. But I guess for me, it's like...
Well, I would say you have a good search team in FaZe.
Okay,
their
true.
overload has also been bad. But yeah,
That's
in
true.
terms of Optic, yeah, perfect in 2-3-5.
True. But, like, I guess I feel better about Optic turning the Hardpoint around, because, like, Shotzi is like a 0.75, Hook is like a 0.85, somewhere in that ballpark. Like, I have faith in them to turn it around, where it's like, FaZe is kind of what we expected. Simp's going to have to put in work, and he is, but you're still losing. I don't know how that gets fixed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if I was an Optic fan right now.
Yeah.
2-3-5, you know they're going to get better.
100%.
But you look at this road to major, well, I don't know. FaZe, they got their first 4 matches are insane.
If they're in there with the top 5 teams, they're playing the other 4 in the top 5 first. Yeah,
correct.
No, it's wild.
It is wild. That's why we're kind of talking about stats and just everything overall. I don't know. Simp clears everybody in my mind, just due to their strength of schedule and what he has had to do. But yeah, it's on everybody else. With the Aluka Sani as a substitute, the pressure is on.
And I think early on here, we were worried with this team, like, Sim's gonna need some help. That's the feeling so far, right? Like, even with him being a monster, he's with his schedule, he's just shy of like a 1-3 overall. Like, he's been nuts, but do you need an Aluka to come in, or does he light the fire under some of the other guys to step it up? Because as much as we're looking at draws, he does. Aluka can run both weapons. It could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be
how
anybody.
stuff goes.
But yeah, that was just sort of the discussion around FaZe, was just, in terms of going up against the best of the best, is someone like L4 or Draza going to step up?
Yeah.
You need that consistency out of a Booza. So far in the Hardpoint, it hasn't been great, but fact is they're 2-1 with that strength of schedule.
True, but we'll see if they can stay on top when it comes to Search and Destroy. It's going to be an interesting matchup in this particular series, but we were just touching, Ant was just touching on the breakoffs for Optic, their advantage in the opening P1, what they've been able to do. So far, so good.
Yeah, well, Shotzi got the NPC, so something changed over the last hour. Not exactly sure.
Okay.
But all right, yeah, again, another very strong breakoff here for Optic. Everybody's finding kills. Mercury's on 3 in a row. Hook locking down Deli plus rotation towards P2. Well, Nameless talked about it. Well, we see it again.
Yeah, great start, but a big wave of kills there. It's going to be 4 dead. As FaZe will clear the map, get mid-map control, and now have a nice little cushion here to set up for the P2. But these opening fights going to be big. So far, going the way of FaZe as they look to lock it down. 2 more players through Optic through mid-map as they're getting shut down. So this is FaZe's chance to answer, doing a solid job here.
Yeah, I mean, Draza picks up the wide pinch. That was Shotzi trying to take your route. So you now know where Optic is pushing from, so you can get into your strong setup. don't lose some early deaths. And you just see the top right. I mean, we are at, what, 9 kills in a row here for Faze. They've answered that strong start for Optic.
Well, I thought was interesting is when it was talking about the hard point struggles for Optic, kind of not reading a couple spawns, like spawn outs, stuff like that. That's exactly what's been for Faze. Honestly, like if you go back and watch it, there's these little moments where they don't read a spawn and things fall apart. So both teams, honestly, some very similar weaknesses when it comes to hard point, but the type of stuff that you imagine they can iron out.
And well, Draza just trying to get into his bag, right? Pressure on potentially 6 in a row. Loves playing Optic.
How do you feel about that? Because Draws, we've always known, we've never really wondered about his like work ethic or anything because he's always been a grinder, right? Like came here from Alaska, wanted it more than other people. That's been something we've said for him. But maybe, you know, it's been years. Maybe a kick in the ass isn't the worst thing with somebody kind of lurking in the shadows behind you.
It's human nature, right?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it for a lot of these teams, sort of picking up subs and just saying, like, I mean, it happens. We're professional sports, right?
Yeah.
You know the young guys are there, so I am a fan of it.
Yeah, we'll see if it just leads to a better Draza. So far, so good as he's 10-4. The CEO frying early on after the great start from Optic. It has been all Faze Vegas. They've chained together 2 and 3. Draza's holding it down. Trophy out for coverage. Pistol in for damage. Good help from Abuza as they continue to find the time. But Hook's double. Maybe finding some life towards the point, but Sip is still here.
Yeah, we're still seeing like 3, you know, M15s, especially on a map like Scar. We've seen it from 04. We see it there from Hook. Trades back and forth. Optic wants some forward pressure. You can see the spawns are there, and then Abuza cutting down middle of the map. We talked about sort of the strong AR duo on Optic's side, but look at this. A 25-11 start here from Draza and Abuza.
He's gonna abuse you. Kind of worked, honestly. Kind of worked in that sequence, but yeah, the point's still flowing. Draza is still flowing. I mean, it has honestly been the simp show in the respawns for them, and that's not what it is right now. And what do you know? They're up 60. You want to see the other guys step it up, and they are doing that. As far as the struggles, like Shotzi, really the hard point has been, he has like a 1-4 in overload, but a 0.7-ish when it comes to the hard point. The struggles still continue. He's 5-12 right now. Not seeming to click yet, but still a lot of map to go. Faze started down, now up. Looking to run away with this thing. Let's go to a listen in with Faze Vegas.
Good time. Yeah, you reach out. He's front middle. Keep fucking front. Yeah. Nice. I'm going left. Heading left. Show white wall to the left. White wall. White wall. Dead. White wall. Weak white wall to the right. You're better. Two. One take it. I have time. I help you one. Give me time. Top green. Nice. I got 80. He's playing somewhere. It's top green. Got it. Play something. And pallets. Pallets top green.
One time. He saw me playing.
Hey, we're getting to the left. Nate time. Counter me. Low right. I'm sending me. Palace. Shit on. Nice. Low P3. Top green on time. Yeah. Merc here. Nice job. One shot. Window. Shit on. Big time. I'm challenged. I'll be top green. I'm one shot. Yeah. There's one there back in. Run the rest of that. White wall time, I think. White wall time. Weak. I did twice again. He's running dead. White wall. He's fighting me. One time.
Optic were down 60 before the listen-in, now down 30, mounting the comeback. Let's see what comes from Optic, Texas.
I'm on a pinch.
Joga para esse.
Left side time. Stay alive. One shot.
Bota umas duas.
Shot. Really. They're gonna be on me now.
Yeah, I think maybe they spawned. He's running blue. Peek up. One shot blue, one shot that.
They got splits.
He cut a bullet. Oh, for it.
One guy's that. I spawned again.
Blue. I spawned blue. Yeah,
blitz.
Oh, for on time. Oh, for is one shot.
Rapaziada, dá like na live aí, rapaz. Ajuda nós aí.
One shot 04 on time. He's low time, Abuza.
Stay close. He's pinch so far. Still shop. He's just holding.
Top bullet. Boost top dark. One top dark. Top dark. One guy's low left.
Gotta just bang front together.
Yep.
There's a guy shop. He's playing. You white wall me. A bullet white wall.
Dark. Top dark. Dead.
Is it?
Be close, right? He's pinching blue.
One guy's pitching blue. 04.
Still there. Still there.
Bullet.
Not top. Not weak.
Top, watch out. I have no ammo.
Nice. They're gonna keep flooding. They're gonna keep flooding.
Top.
They're gonna be shop and gens already.
Shop a bullet.
Shop dead. Gens dead.
Nice.
Definitely new. What's definitely new?
What a Faze.
I said I'm more new.
I don't think the listeners could have been more different. Like, Faze was turned, Optic are chilling.
Yeah, I mean, they're just relaxing. You hear like Mercury's, all right, let's just rotate here.
Yeah. I love it though. Like, I'm always a fan of like the calmer comms. I mean, I know they're losing right now, and maybe as a fan you want more energy, but like, I liked it.
Maybe you just want some more voices here and there.
Yeah.
Getting on the same page, but they're on the same page. Listen, when they're winning and it sounds like that, it's beautiful.
Yes.
It really is. But yeah, it is. Just the intensity from Faze from the get-go has been here, and well, 29-19 from Draza.
I think that's what made it so weird, is coming out of Faze into that. I was like, what the hell? It sounded
playing
crazy.
2 different games.
No, I know, exactly. Back within 60 or so, but they haven't been able to get over this comeback, over this hump. They've mounted the comeback a bit, but never really been able to close it. 04, Draza, Abuza, everyone putting in. I mean, honestly, with the lead and Sim Negative's like, okay, great, all right. He's like, fine, I don't have to drop a 1-3 and a hard point. They were losing those hard points, so this much more of a team effort. He's leading the way in time. They've got a nice advantage, and maybe this is where the comeback starts.
No, this is the
opposition
chance.
of your Optic Texas. Here we go.
Yeah, this is the chance. You talk about 2 different playstyles. I mean, Shotzi's running around Scar with an NPC. He's had a couple of streaks, but really, you've seen it from his POV. Some of the gunfights have been so tough. But that was your chance if you were Optic. You had an early rotation towards his P4, Money Hill, but instead, Draza just walks on through, hip fires too, and he's in his spot.
Exactly. Maybe this is where the NPC would be disgusting, but Draza's getting it done hip firing his AR.
Well, yeah, but Shotzi's middle deli, right? He wasn't inside the hill. So ends up just getting caught, but that was your chance to get back to the game if you were Optic.
Well, Faze have not been able to win hard points at all. We've thought if there's improvements there, they're going to be disgusting. Draza is awoken, 35-21, 5 straight for him. Listen, I don't want to put it on the Luka pickup, but it may have lit a fire.
No, it's hard not to. It really is hard not to. And obviously, again, this is an emotional matchup anyways, right? Optic versus Faze, but
something extra.
With everything that sort of happens, he knows. He is in the sort of the crosshair. So eyes on him so far. So good. Optic still fighting though in this map 1.
Abuza gets a double though, trying to get some pressure towards the point. We'll see if his kills will set him up. The back spawn is still there for Optic. They're gonna have to go crazy here. We've had so many nutty comebacks. I feel like they're already in hardpoint in this title. You can't count them out yet. Nice little sequence there. You got NPCs, 2 of them out for the Optic squad as they're able to lay waste to that front line of Faze. So far, so good for this time. They can press this one. Back within 40, still work to do.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of this hill, right? I mean, they just want to flood on through, control top green, and the gunfights around the hill. That is where you're going to have the advantage with the NPC. So you had like 5 or 6 in a row from the SMGs, but you're not panicking yet if you are Faze. You find a couple of kills with Dashi going to respond. Some scrap time going the way of Simp. But now, you're going to have everyone off spawn for Faze a little bit late on this rotation.
Here we go. Some big gunfights going down for mid-map control. Popping into the point though is going to be Faze first. Every second counts. Another multi-kill for Draz. The Dravic going to win that fight as 04 will put Mercules down. 13 points for the W. Faze looking to close it out. Another win at mid for Abuza. Draza winning his ones. Finally going to drop. He's up to 42-26. Last ditch effort now for Optic Texas. They try to break in. Just trying to contest. Extend this as much as they can.
And as much as we're talking about him, right behind him is Abuza. I mean, this AR duo is 80+ right now. Still not like the biggest blowout, but there we go. Faze gonna take map 1. And I mean, you had the nice break from Optic, but then after that, it was all Faze.
I mean, the AR duo has been their biggest weakness, I think, for this Faze team. When it is their biggest strength, that's what it looks like. An unreal result. Sim has a human map. He's like, all right, boys. You saw he was ecstatic afterwards. He fired up. He's like, that's what I want. I want to see these guys firing the teammates. stepping up in a big way. New look draws. Listen, it's one map, but I guess you and I, like, dude, just on the car right over here, just talked a lot about Luka, and Draza is, we know him as a human, as a player in his career, and like what this might do, and we weren't really sure how much impact it would have. Yeah, so far it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, Draza was just a guy who never really got outworked. That was kind of his stigma.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, everybody's human.
Yeah,
he's been playing for a long time.
He's got a kid now. Yeah, life's different, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that go on, but the fact is Faze are saying we wanna win. So yeah, they pick up a Lucha, but Draza with a great map, a Boozer with a great map in Faze. We talked about sort of their slow starts, 0-3 in map 1's coming into this, but a statement here.
4,500 damage, 43 kills. Big draws going huge in the map 1. The hard points, I think, were one of the biggest focal points in this matchup, just because that's been the pain point for these two teams. But I think what I'm most excited to see is surge between the two teams.
Yeah, what, 4-1 on one side, like 3-0 on the other, undefeated if you're Optic. So these searches should be a great time.
Well, look at some of the highlights here from the map 1 is, I mean, honestly, you had that break-off segment that Ant did. The break-off was good. You went up like 30-0. But after that, it was what, like 90 straight points or whatever it was for Faze. Like, they're able to chain 2 and 3 together nicely. They mount up a bit of a lead. And like, what, at some point in the mid-game, I think when we went to the first listen in, Optic really chipped away at it, got it within, what, about 20, 30 points? That's the closest they got.
Yeah, and you've, had a couple of these styles where, just different play styles, what guns you want to use on certain hills. We saw it here again. It almost reminded me of like the kickoff tournament when we saw like G2 run around with Dravix and they were kind of dominating. But here, a couple of times when Shotzi and Hoop tried running like the NPCs, like there were some moments where it worked, but then you just saw like 3 to 4 M15s in the feed for Faze.
I'm just surprised. It's Scar. Yeah. It's surprising. Even right when you saw it, you were like, huh.
Yeah, no, I was. So maybe it was just something that worked in scrims, but 100%. Didn't work in this map.
Might be. There might be adjustments on the Optic side for that going forward. Or it might just be a matchup thing between this particular team and all the ARs they wanted to run. But solid result for Faze. The hardpoint woes for Optic continue. Faze, the only hardpoint win was this is what's bad for Optic. It was the Colossus win over Koi, and they destroyed them. Like, it was an absolute blowout, and, well, that's map 4. That's Faze's pick. Faze, I know, want to play Blackheart. I know it's a great map for them in scrims and stuff. That just gets banned by Optic. I think their second go-to is apparently going to be Colossus, and we just saw it the one time, but they look good.
Optic haven't played it yet, so we'll see how they look in that if we get to the map 4. But, yeah, you're going to have Colossus here in the map number 2. But, yeah, just talking about those vetoes. I think probably the one thing, though, for Optic, and if you're an Optic fan, I think they clear just everybody on Den Overload and you get that map 3.
But yeah, this is just where this gets tricky, and it plays to Faze's favor now because of the type of team they are with their coaching staff and stuff. They've always been a team B when it comes to the ban and picks and stuff. And like, so basically what, like they win Optic Hardpoint. This is now their search and destroy. They pick the map 3. I think you're still favoring Optic, but they pick the map 3 like these next couple of maps, and then it's their map 4. So like winning the map 1 when you're team B is huge. It is. It always has been. Faze have always done it that way. Still a winnable series for Optic, but it definitely, that's a nice steal from Faze to start.
Yeah, I mean, again, you're perfect 7-0 if you're Optic in 2-3-5. So no worries whatsoever. You're cool, calm, collected, just like those comms were in map 1.
I couldn't tell. Like, we were sitting there listening. I'm like, I don't know if it's just because I usually really like the calmer comms. Like I said, like when they brought Mercules in, it was a listen on like Hacienda. I was like, holy shit, this is great. It was so good. Just good little small talk. No like extra over talking, not just calling dead constantly or one shot. It was really good and calm. It's just crazy how different it sounds when you're like winning versus when you're losing and coming out of Faze's crazy one. I was like, what am I listening to?
A complete total opposites. Total opposites. It really was.
Yeah, and I think like if they were like winning, it wouldn't have sounded weird to me. If it wasn't right after the Faze, maybe it wouldn't have sounded weird. But in that moment, I was like, what the hell?
I just think in general you want cool, calm, collected. Or at least I always have, but normally you want a couple of voices.
It depends on the players, but yeah, I know you're someone.
Yeah,
you're yelling like that, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah, pretty much. You probably just want a couple more voices. A little bit more back and forth, but should have just been, when we jumped into that listening.
Yeah, might have been. Now 2 incredible teams in search and destroy face off on Colossus. This will be Faze's pick. Offense for Optic to open things up as they're working towards Statue and trying to find an opening. Faze playing deep for the most part. Ford is kind of shouldering for info there, and while he's going to make some nice shots that'll back up Who, because he was a bullet. Abuza finds the blood. Shotzi weak and doesn't want to take that fight, but a flurry of trades go down after that, and we find ourselves into a 2-on-2 quickly. Bomb is going to be down out towards B. 2 players here. Hook's got to try and get one or get away with his life. That is incredible out of Hook.
Now you just buy time for Shotzi. Yeah, that's all you're doing. Just he ends up going down. Shotzi doesn't see him though. But Abuza gonna get caught by Hook. What a round from the nuke.
Did he get 3? Did he get 1 in that first try? I think he did. I think he ended up with 3 in the round.
Yeah, but that's incredible. You were so split. I mean, you had what you wanted if you were Faze. You isolated 1. You had the 1 versus 2. You just didn't get the trade quick enough. Well, you don't win the first gunfight. I mean, he's got an M15 there. Does that Faze player, and Hook's still able to win that gunfight.
Just gets to the heady. And re-chow is beautiful.
And then I think that Faze player is probably like, oh, well, Shotzi's going to be near him. I'm going to get double chowed. So he tries to back away.
Yeah.
Doesn't go for the sort of solo one-on-one. Would have probably played that a little bit differently if he knew where Shotzi's position was.
Well, nice 3 versus 4 round win for Optic. Hook gets 3. Abuza's blood doesn't result in anything. Now we go to the snip snap. Dashy's got the big stick out. As Draza and Abuza starting to work towards him. 4 basically doing the same thing on both sides. He's gonna be shouldering mid for info. But they're grouping up now. Here we go.
I say no trophies early. Well, you're just going to throw a smoke is 0-4. And well, you're going to start that, but that is not going to work out well whatsoever. All 3 Faze players just get cut down. Then it's a 1v4. And that's, yeah, I mean, the sniper's there.
We've seen it on like every map. Like players, you're hoping to almost like one-way people get the edge of the smoke and catch him. Like he just got fried before he got to.
The smoke didn't bloom all the way.
Yeah,
he has to wait for that to bloom a little bit. He's running through it before it even pops.
Yeah, so he got cut down before he had a chance. We've seen a lot.
I mean, you're gonna see it just bloomed right away.
We've seen a lot of people make plays through smokes. That was not an example of it.
Yeah, and I think he was even like a step ahead, maybe 1 step ahead of his teammates. Draza does end up getting 2. That was it.
3. You know what? The opening round for Hook. Now 3 for Shotzi in that one as they shut down that smoke push. Defense will set up a little bit different for Faze. It was at 4 playing a little bit deeper now. So that'll be mid control for Optic Texas.
Yeah, Sim's trying to get pushed up towards tunnel side. But no trophies early, and well, Draza's gonna have to back all the way down. Now you're waiting for a little bit of help, and you're gonna get it.
That's good help. Got there just before Shotzi could get the gap. That's
when
the timing.
When is Sim gonna go? That's really it. He's playing the info B side. He's waiting for his teammates. As soon as they start, you're gonna see number 5 start to fly. There he is. Hello, Dashy finds 1, keeps the numbers here for Faze.
Nice patience here out of Simp, but he's going to get caught. Lurks too long. Hook will find him to a 2 versus 2. Hook was a playmaker in this scenario in the round 1. 4-1, trying to do it again. Mercury's going to get caught. It's all going to be on Hook. Trying to clutch up with the 1 versus 2. Already takes that 1.
I think he saw him.
Abuza versus Hook. Hook spotted and gets dropped. Yeah, I think he had the info, but Abuza's got the angle.
Well, he's just thinking maybe he's going to wrap all the way through or catches him sprinting instead. Abuza just hits a bit of a slide backwards. Maybe it's a comm from a teammate or like a, you see the kill cam, like, yo, he's running towards you, but just backs up, knows he has the sub, plays his distance with the M15. Much needed around there for Faze.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Teammate comm or something. But yeah, that would have been, you throwing away round, not throwing away exactly, but you have numbers and you lose the round.
Yeah, it almost happened.
Again
yeah,
for
it looks like I don't know. We're really challenging things together. There was a lot of separate gunfights there for Faze, but still able to clutch it out.
And there hasn't been a lot of that in their search. The search has been, it has been efficient. I mean, their 1 loss was what the Thieves won, I think, like 6-4, and that was a great search. Shotzi now lurk in the position we saw Simp doing in the last round. Dashy's got to be careful. Trophy saves him. Dashy gets out. You see the kind of hit marker trophy from Draza's POV.
Well, no trophy down, so stun's gonna go out. Bomb is gonna be planted. Well, Hook's gonna find 1. What is the trade? You're also gonna get the help from Hercules through tunnel side. Optic all over this.
Before by himself now. 38 HP. Not a lot he can do. There's gonna send it out.
He's a magician right now.
Oh,
nervous. A little nervous.
Yeah, well, I thought he was gonna get those first two that push clean. Yeah. I'm like, hold up, we're just gonna have a one-on-one. And with the smoke, he's gonna have time to reload.
I was like, yeah, the smoke helps you, but maybe not in the tunnel. But yeah, it ends up helping him.
And also, if he finishes the first or second, he wasn't panicked about someone maybe being on bomb. You can see he was flying out, worried somebody was on it, but he was good. Well, it almost became insane.
Almost, but honestly, it's all about the util. Just great utility, the trophy on point there for Optic, and then just as soon as their stun and nades connect, they fly, and that's all who getting that first blood. Yeah. Just starting the domino effect there for Optic.
3-1 for Optic, back to offense now, different defensive look for Faze. They've got 3 playing outer B in front of the snipe from Abuza, so his snipe gives a clearance to the lane. That's going to be room for the other 2 to push on forward. It's going to lead to a first blood.
And kind of mid-round is where Optic has had this advantage, but you're going to one together now as a unit. You know Abuza has a snipe out, so he's going to lock down the B.
We've seen a lot of that, like show snipe, hide your players, back someone down, they go. We've seen that in several maps, but it really works here on the outer side.
Draza is going to find another one, so 2 versus 3. Both these players just trying to find pace. Now all of Faze going to fly forward.
Hercules had some incredible clutches. He had, what, a couple 1v2s versus G2. They got him a search win. Looking to be the clutch god again here, but bomb down over towards A. He's got to go through Simpa for Andraza, and they're hunting as a wolf pack currently. 30 seconds to work with. We'll see if he can muster some magic.
Yeah, a map like Colossus, you're just going to run around like this is Jetpack God. Some similarities there. You're going to use your numbers. Faze with another W.
They're coming back into it now. They're probably thinking, listen, we had a couple of winnable rounds, especially that round 1 they probably should have taken, if not for the playmaking from Hook.
Yeah, you see what they want to do, right? It's all really been about tunnel control for them, especially on defense these last few rounds, but this time they do it behind the sniper. So they switch things up, allow Simp and 04 to get tunnel side.
Well, it's like
able to find that first blood.
It's like tunnel or top mid, like when the fighting goes down, like the player with the instant trades typically flying from there, right?
Yep.
Tunnel or top mid, it's been Hook, it's been Simp. It's like, you know that help's coming. It's the quick help spot, but looks like Abuza will be probably sniping out towards B by himself, and the other 3 I thought were fast hit towards A for a second, but looks like just exhausted some utility, not chilling. It's not going to be sniped. It's going to be AR out, and they get aggressive here. He catches one. That I don't know if he need to do that one.
Oh, he maybe thinks it's just Hooch, right? He's trying to get the second, but 04 is going to follow this up, and you just get around the corner. So yeah, bit of an overstep there from Abuza after that first blood into a 3 versus 3. Sim's gonna find Dashy, smoke going down from 04, and it's all about the finesse and Faze. They're gonna rebound.
Okay, they rebound there. That's just one of the, I know you instantly are frustrated the second you see that type of play from Abuza. Like, you got your one, you did the hard work, you don't need to jump out and over chow there. And 04 was coming through tunnel, I think, to help, or wherever he came to support, but the timing just a little bit off.
He just had those few bullets in the hook, so he was like, I'm gonna get this kill.
Yeah.
Just doesn't happen. Gets baited into it, but it doesn't matter. His teammates have his back.
It's true. It's easy for us to say, and we know that.
Yeah.
It's a 3-man push, right?
But this has been cleaner these last couple of rounds. Just the way they're taking these fights, Faze. I mean, it's been a lot behind Abuza, locking down the B side. Just allowing the subs to work together. That's 6 in a row for Simp and 04.
You see just all the utility tossed towards Statue. Dashy trying to get a peek with the snipe. They want to go again. Abuza Draza able to come away with kills. Simp wins a wild one. Hook for the clutch again. This will be a fast one. They've got his position. He is dropped. Faze sent it, and that's now what? 3 in a row, 4 in a row?
Yeah, 3, 4 in a row there for Faze. They're laughing, having a good time. But again, just instant mid pressure from Faze. I mean, they hear the snipe, and they're sort of just like, all right, let's hit the go button. Well, it's behind the 2 subs. I mean, Shotzi did end up getting 1. But then you just had numbers right around Statue did Faze, and they're able to win it out.
It was about 7 seconds from when the first shot was fired to the end of the round. That's just one of those mixy ones that'll happen on a map like Colossus. But yeah, it's similar to the play they tried to make behind the smoke several rounds ago that fell apart. This time it works out. The streak for Simp continues. He's on 5 straight. He's real close to earning a Hellstorm, if that even matters. Could come into play if he's able to earn it. The aggressive offense didn't work, or defense didn't work out for Optic last time. This time Just kind of more standard.
In their default.
Yep.
It's all about info. Shotzi's the one guy, but you're gonna have a little bit of help from Hooch. Almost gets picked.
Well, that's where the Omni movement.
Yeah.
No Omni movement, you probably get picked. Whoa.
Yeah, well, Abuza probably is picked there as well. A little back and forth between both of these teams, and Abuza's gonna find first blood.
Can't Omni your way out of that one. Abuza puts him down. Another first blood. Force some damage in. He'll stay up. Spots Dashy towards the back, and that'll be the plant in. Numbers to Faze again. And they'll increase. Simp, he earns the streak. He's 8-4. Slow start in this series, but coming alive in the big moments here in the map too.
Yeah, just the emphasis that Faze have had, I think is the difference on tunnel. Just tunnel control, really offense and defensive side. It just feels like, all right, there's so much pressure, so much attention to top mid in every single, game mode, hardpoint search, but really what they've been doing is making sure they have tunnel control, starting their fights from there.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna make a quick play or change sides, we get tunnel. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and when you're in your default the way Opti is, it's hard to get info onto that.
Yeah.
You don't really have it. You're not gonna overpeak in case Abuza has a snipe B side, so you don't really know where the push is coming from. So you're waiting on a deep shoulder.
Yeah, so what are the adjustments that Optic can try to make?
Yeah, I mean, that's when you just try to switch it up and get aggressive, but the last time they did that B side, they ended up getting caught.
Yep. Faze looking for the round for the 2-0 edge. See if they can get it done on defense. You still have that streak on Simp. Here's the aggressive play you were talking about.
Nice. Simp's not gonna slide out though.
Does he realize there's one close? He's gonna have that info in a second. Oh, his teammate, unfortunately, gets the info. 4 comes in to help, doesn't know a second player is there. And he's gonna drop. Simp, though, great shots to finish off 1. Up to 8 now in a row. Double digits for him. 3 versus 3. Draza's trying to get away with his life, and he'll be able to do just that. Bomb site control over towards A is good, but they're clearing for info before they work the plant. And for Faze, you're just rapping, and you got info on 1.
Yeah, and he ends up getting a gunfight. I thought he was just gonna run into top middle and play the 3-on-3. Ends up getting a pick instead that allows Dashy to get into his spot. Beautiful stuff there from Mercules, just the small details buttoned up.
It's funny because we watched Simp leave the guy, he saw it and just kept going, and then Draza just gets slammed right after. I thought, the calls just push through, leave him. Not gonna be the call. Boo's able to take down 1 in the 1 versus 3. That's all he'll find. Optic staying alive in this map too. They've got to clutch up big time. A couple more rounds.
Well, that round they just take top mid control. The call is pull out the NPC and Shotzi take a couple of gunfights, and he does just that. Not on the Simp, but I think on the 04 when he's able to get some help. So that gives them map control, and then you try to work that flank, but heads up play from Hercules.
Yeah, no, and it's probably tough for a 4 because I'm sure Sim's coming like, hey, he's at the back right heady, like I have him pinned there. No idea there's a second player. So if he
jumps up, and even with Shotzi that close, you're gonna lose that jump.
Oh yeah, no, he hops up and is like, all right, well, I just got clotheslined. I was even thinking about a guy there. He's dead before he finishes mantling. Did we go to around 11 or does it end here? Abuza still snipe in hand. He's been efficient with it. We'll hop to Draws because he's a low man on the other side. And it looks like Optic was getting aggressive for a second. Draws will get that info now. Here's the streak. Gonna try and clear out towards B. That's why they're working B. They can use the streak to clear and get the plant in. So it's going to be pressure now on a 4 versus 4 retake. Unless this wraps in, it does wrap in and find the kill. So your clutch god and Mercules is out of it. 4v3 advantage and bomb planted for Faze now. And look at the mini map. You've just got them pinned in. I mean, Faze are pretty spread, but you got a lot of position.
Yeah, that's just it. The only worry is like these 2 players need to play their life. A Simp almost gets caught after the streak, but he gets the help from Abuza. 04 finds the last. It is all down to Hook. Simp with the Hellstorm. Looking to win the game, but hold on. Hook trying to do what he can. Faze up 2-0.
Yeah, Hook had that clutch in round 1. Maybe coming away with another one. That would have been insanity out of him, but not able to do it. And I mean, what? You go up 3-0? Was it the start?
Yeah, 3-0.
You go up 3-0. You're feeling good. It seemed like Faze were a little discombobulated. You said they weren't really...
They were just a step or 2 off.
Yeah, timings were a little bit off. The trade wasn't there when you expected it to be, but things started to click. The adjustments were made for Faze. And then, like you said, tunnel control was everything, and Optic struggled to deal with it.
No, they really did. I mean, props to Faze. That's how they want to play this map. You should just kind of see the execution right from the get-go. But even just how quick they were with the info they had. As soon as you see Dashy with a sniper B side on attack, we're going to push this right away. It was great strats from them, and well, Simp Back to doing what he does, double digits.
But before 1,300 damage for 6. I mean, he's
got 5 assists.
Yeah, him and Simp were combining for some kills there. Yeah, no, Simp had a very pedestrian map 1, like lowest damage on the team, went like -8 or whatever. But well, you know, he's a double-digit machine when it comes to search and destroy, and has an excellent map there. He's like, boys, all right, you got me in the respawn, I got you in the search.
But I think, I mean, honestly, that 04 stat line with those 5 assists just shows how well they started to work together deeper into that map.
No, 100%. Yeah, where the team shots weren't there, it seemed like they absolutely were. Now, I mean, the one good thing for Optic is you get to your maybe strongest map and mode, your strongest mode for sure. They've been lights out in Overload.
I don't know if anyone's been like club baby pairs. Like,
and there's probably, you don't think much probably changed over the break.
I mean, yeah, you're trying to button things up. You're watching these VODs, seeing what Optic is doing and trying to mimic that.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe some big Faze improvements then. We'll find out if that'll be the case. They look to close it out 3-0. For Optic, you try to bounce back, reverse sweep. It's still in the cards. We're going to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with map 3.
Oh my God.
Oh, great. This again. Oh, they're gonna dig this.
Enemies up in my sight. They better run for the night. Cause when we show up, we hold up, then we pow, pow, pow.
Finish the mission.
Can I get some help?
On the way. Look out, freak bag. It's you and me against the world.
Controlling the show. Blow for blow. You cannot see me. I leave eyes closed.
Wait, why are they showing that clip? Why are they showing this, man?
Oh, man.
Why are they showing our worst moments?
A few moments later.
Because I appreciated the 30 people in there watching. Why the f do they keep showing it? They added it to the montage. They added it to the montage. Oh, man. You telling me that they added that to the montage?
Absolute love of the Rio edition to the asset, and you get into the Karachi SD just so.
From the depths, Optic are up. They're looking to take the map. They're looking to close the series. He may be enough. The tick not there. Oh, it is. I thought he contested, but instantly dropped. Heretics. Wow. Just barely able to take it and get us to the map 5. Insanity. He's getting caught. 9 seconds to go. Just has to stay alive. Can he get back to it? I don't know. I don't know. It's so close. He might have it. He might have this. Oh, with .1, Scrap gets it done.
Scuff, official controller of the CDL. Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Well,
ASD on one shot.
I'm blocking. I saw on the side blue. Give me time.
I want to take it. I got you. Okay.
Halo.
Watch out.
Come on, man. Zach. Let's go, baby.
Zuma's fired up. The Faze boys are fired up. Yeah, no, listen, you heard the listening. They came with the passion for this. I don't know that having comms like that is necessary all the time, but sometimes maybe for an online match, like, you know, the repetition of it, the wear of it on the year, like getting fired up like that, it can help. It seemed to help them in map 1.
No, I mean, yeah, energy in the room, right? Just get everybody going. It absolutely worked out map 1. It depends on the team for sure, but for those guys, and again, just all the storylines coming into this, it's what they wanted to see.
All right, now sell me on how Optic do the reverse sweep here.
I mean, they're the best overload team in the game, so it starts here in map number 1. I think there's no doubt about it. Like, again, they're going to figure out hardpoint at some point.
How do you sell me on Colossus when they haven't played it yet and Faze beat the shit out of Toronto?
I mean, I don't know. We can see Draza and 04 go double night.
There you go. Okay. We can have a map. I was wondering what you're going to come up with for that one.
Yeah, you could probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll probably see a lot of ass whoopings on Black Card and Colossus throughout the year. It's just going to happen. But maybe it ends right here. Maybe we won't see it today.
This is the one that you probably, when you look to the series, you just check mark next Optic Texas.
Well, I don't know. I literally, since like the first week when they were streaming scrims, they just looked so good on Den, like everything. I think a big part of that is due to Shotzi. Like a 3-lane map like this, it feels like he has the right timings on when he can kind of go on long routes, just be so annoying to deal with. But yeah, can other teams catch up?
And that's what, maybe. I mean, you were focused on respawns in general. I think if you're Faze Vegas over the break, but you're definitely, at least in this mode, probably watching a lot of Optic, what they were doing. They were playing so well. For's just been watching this process. His whole team has dropped, and that's going to be ball control towards B. They're funneling it forward. There is going to be a defensive hold or potential here. Draza and Simp set up to try and deal with this. Booza to help as well. Defense good so far. We'll see if they can turn this defense into some offense. They only lose one player. That's a nice backslide and second shot from Hercules, and that's what stops a counter type opportunity. That slows things down.
Well, and again, you had sort of ball moving, plus you had Shotzi on a pinch, right? He was winning some gunfights, and while he's going on it again, that number 2 arrow, just pay attention to it. Just always finds the timings, and well, it can be so tough because now Optic's going to be right into an attacking push due to this route, and now he is pushed forward with the NPC. If he got across the hut, he probably doesn't die.
And that's what we're going to keep an eye on a lot. I mean, you called it before it happened. This is what Shotzi's going to take these routes. He has been a thorn on the side of Faze for the last 7 years because of routes like that. We're going to see if they're going to be able to pick them up better as we continue on. But now, an opportunity for Faze to try and get forward. They got to go through the NPC here from Shotzi. He's able to take out one. He is traded out then, but any kind of offensive movement stalls out for a second while they wait for the players on spawn. Draza and Abuza try to get something done without their teammates. Draza's still lurking. And we'll see if he can find the play. He's able to get another one. A big one-on-one going down towards the ball. Sip is able to take that. It's going to reset, though, back out to mid, so we'll start over.
Yeah, I think you take it if you're Faze, right? Get it away from that side of the map. That's where Optic wants to take it. They want to attack the B zone. 04, he's going to be the guy on the other side trying to take the route, but Dash able to pick it up. So you see all the M15s in the feed right now for Optic starting to connect. That's going to be a 3 dead, so another chance for Optic to have map control and start to rotate it. But as soon as I say that, it is a double from Abuza. And well, that was a chance for Shotzi with the NPC.
Well, those multi-kills, so crucial in retaining control or stopping something from happening. Getting aggressive on one side will be Simp. He's going to win his fight onto Dashy, but they still need mid-map and objective control, and that's where Optic have locked it down. So Simp's going to have to track back, and he does that perfectly. He's able to get 2, so he wins it on one side, tracks back to help on the other. Now on a one-on-one with Dashy, Simp just gets 4 in a row. He's just frying basically everyone. He doesn't get the reload off in time, otherwise he might take out more. Does this set up a score? Still got to get through. Pistol only with ball in hand, not able to do it. Now it's just Abuza. It looks like the defense good enough, but that nearly was just a Simp takeover moment that led to a score.
Yeah, the problem is just like every fight was through the middle of the map, so you just spawn back lobby, right? Back dojo does Optic, so I mean, you had to rotate it through red if you were Faze, and that gave them enough time. You found the kills, but you will take this. Behind, though, is going to be Simp. And well, this is exactly where you would want EMP control. A chance to score here for Faze.
Not able to stay up though as the point man, but 04 will trade it out. He's got to win the one-on-one. He's able to do it. Nice pickup from Abuza, but you lose the point man. That honestly, him having to turn there just delays it a bit. Oh no, sorry. I thought they lost 04 in front. They did. He's still up, so you still got a great chance here. Nice win from Dashi. Abuza able to trade it. Can't get through because of Shotzi. Go back to get it, and now the first score is through. Simp, another multi there. He's 14-7. And honestly, since he's turned it on, their offense is turned on.
Well, I'm going to say just great defense early from Faze, and now they've just had, they're finding all the kills. They've had EMP control, and they're going to get it. They're going to chain two together right off a spawn. As soon as it spawns top rooftops, they were already in the spot they needed to beat a score.
All right, Hook maybe slows the bleeding for a second, gets a big multi-kill. Now this is your chance to answer if you're Optic Texas, but you got a streak 4-0.
If they were quick enough, though, this might not connect. Okay, well, Sim's going to hold the line. Simp is going to hold the line. He finds all three. We talked about him getting 4. Now he gets a triple. And well, yeah, I mean, I guess you deal with the streak if you're Optic, but you lose your chance.
When you have a Sim.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Up 2-0. 15 seconds plus OT time to try and get another score through. Sim just dancing. He's waiting on number 6, I believe, on 4 to maybe make a play or a booster to win a gunfight in front of him. Tries to stall out, but it's not going to happen. Faye's going to need some defense here. And well, it's Draza coming up with the defense. Able to get 2. And that will end the half. So yeah, some good defense turned into some great offense. And where we were talking about the routes from Shotzi early, it became the Simp show in those positions.
No, he kept going for him. I mean, he was like a step away a couple of times from them turning into like Optic scores, but that is just props to sort of like the red zone defense from Faze. And then, yeah, just how efficient they were on the attack. Great job, but I mean, honestly, just all about the defense there, just early on, because that's what Optic's been so good at this entire year, just how efficient they have been as soon as they get map control.
Yeah, so that's like kind of the fight. Don't let them get map control. Yeah. Like, don't let them get EMP control. I mean, it's harder, easier to say than do, but.
And just always be aware. All right, where you got this is when Tom's coming to play. Where's Shotzi? He's coming off a spawn. Somebody picked up, whoever's last to spawn, picked up the pinch. This is exactly what they were doing.
And Shotzi has what, like a 1-4. In this mode. That's not gonna be the case right now. He struggled in the map 1 of it as well. The respawns have been tough for him, but maybe he can turn it on now. He has one of the highest ceilings and honestly one of the lower floors when he's struggling, but it can go from floor to ceiling in what feels like an instant.
Well, it just feels like even though he has like a lower floor stats wise, just like sort of his presence, like everyone has to always be worried about sort of the routes that he's taking.
Oh, I'm sure it's a conversation. Don't let him beat us type thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But here's a chance. I mean, you're able to find 2 kills, and then right up the gut is Mercules. 2-1, game on here for Optic. And then they have roof control. As you can see, a couple of players from Faze, they spawn over towards A.
First time they really get a good look at what they want, and can they turn it into more? Big one-on-one win there from Draws, so he can get back to try and cut off defensively. That is massive from Draws. Had some help out, or sure, but he had to win a one-on-one really to pinch back. Otherwise, that's probably a second score for Optic Texas. So beautifully done. Faze Vegas gonna try and now take this mid or to the bottom side of the map. They got some players to go through. Mercules is gonna be that player. Can he get 2? He's got help from Dashi. They're locking it down. But at least for now, I guess if you're Faze, you got it out of that precarious position, but you're not out of harm's way yet.
And now Shotzi, there it is, right off the spawn. You see that number 2 starting to creep his way on up. And the last player has to pick it up, and 04 does it. Plus, you get all the kills if you are Faze. Now, the one good thing for Optic is ball does reset. It resets and it spawns her back over towards roof. I mean, this is kind of where you want it to be when you're on the Optic side. And, well, Mercury's going to find 2. Abuza's going to lock it down, and we're going to have a tie game.
Tie game at that spawn. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. There it is. 2-2. The kill comes in right after. But yeah, if that spawns anywhere else, you're probably in an okay position if you're Faze, but it's spawning top. And that is, you did a lot of hard work to get it out of there, and then it just goes right back after the gunfights at mid. But now we head to where they want it. We go towards bottom, favor to Faze here. When you talk about side you're trying to score from, they've given up 2. Shotzi is trying to maybe take a route. He's going to get back to help in time. They're going to need him to probably assist, or do they?
Well, Abuza is watching middle of the map, right? Again, someone's always been aware of it. Abuza was locking down mid, making sure his teammates had the cut, but now he's going to help. The front line, Simp hits the pistol shot. Simp going to give them the lead.
This just might be where's the EMP spawning?
It honestly is. Yeah, both teams taking advantage. Where it's spawning.
Well, now this stretch, like mid to top, you feel like this is where Optic, they did really well in the first part of this second half. a chance to maybe do it again. You got to fix some things if you're Faze. I thought 04 might not walk away with any in an awkward situation. He does get one.
Evandro.
Again, Shotzi getting shut down as he tries to find an opening.
Boa,
I feel like Abu's has been that guy many times.
I think Shotzi won one gunfight, but yeah, he couldn't really do anything else after that. Optic, they're going to take EMP, try to rotate this dojo side, but
I think they're fine with him getting one. Just don't let me get more.
Yeah, no, it's exactly that. And well, you had some
Here he goes
split
again. Picked up
gunfights.
again. It's Abuza.
Well,
Again.
it's going to be all 4 dead. EMP now going to start to be working towards this low side. Draza does get across. Do they know that? I don't know if they do. He's going to be behind all 4 players here. And well, it doesn't really even matter. The nades are going to connect from 04 and Abuza. Draza gets the 4th. And well, Faze up 2.
Oh, we're waiting for Draza's time to make the play, and suddenly the entire Optic team gets blown to bits. 4-2 Faze, 90 seconds to go. This is where your comeback starts if you're Optic, though. You got the MP spawn where you want it, but you don't have it. Faze just gonna take it and get it out of there, and I love that. Yeah, get it out of here. Get it as far as you can.
He's gonna cut it off. Yeah, that is the risk. That's the risk of it. You try to play possession, a little keep away, but Shotzi, he picked it up, and well, still a minute left.
This has just all been about EMP spawn. We head to the bottom side now and a chance for a quick counter here. Optic have got to rally back. They got to be fast. Are they going to get there in time? Because already pushed forward is Simp. I don't even know if he has to win a gunfight. He's just got to be a distraction. 04 gets the kill. Simp gets 1. That's the quick counter score. This has been a wild and wacky map 3. But we're at, what, 60 seconds from this being a 3-0 to Faze, barring some crazy sequence here from Optic.
I mean, talk about a scoring show on the second half. Just both teams, yeah, as you said, playing off the EMP spawn and going quickly. 14 and 30 from Shotzi. Hasn't been the best map, but honestly, they're not out of this one quite yet. 30 seconds to go. But 04, he's playing the spot he needs to. He takes down the EMP carrier. Well, now he is just wasting time as much as he can. All his teammates now off spawn.
You got to get a score in a hurry here if you're going to have any chance to do this with the overtime score rules. And everyone's going to get wiped from the board outside a hook. That might be the kills that seal it. Abuza finds the final one. 10 seconds to go. You're all off a spawn. They just have to fly out and hope to win miraculous gunfights. It is not going to happen. It's a Faze 3-0. They've got to be fired up with that result. They had the grueler of a schedule to start. You're playing 4 of the top 5 teams, I mean, including themselves, like 4 of the 4 top teams from their POV. You're thinking 2-2 you're happy with. 3-1 is incredible.
No, a great showing from them, but this was absolutely the best they have looked.
100%.
They survived through Search and Destroy and winning 1 respawn, just getting to a map 5 here. Much different, just a great slaying effort from all 4 guys.
Yeah.
Team effort still showed in the Search and Destroy. Yeah, man, Faze looking to play.
No, that's what, like, the hard point was exactly what we kind of hoped for them. Like, it's been like this Simp show, but it hasn't been enough to win. This, he didn't have a crazy map, but they're able to win the hard point, and then 2 and 3 he takes over. Like, he had incredible maps 2 and 3. Ian's, what, 29 and 18, but hell, he's got the lowest damage on the team.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is a team effort. That is incredible stuff. And Shotzi, yeah, maybe it's a NPC thing, or maybe he's just struggling right now, but in the respawns, he got beat up a bit. He did.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the NPC's just not that good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it has its moments for sure, but yeah, I just think it was just attention to detail was Faze. They had to pick up sort of his routes when he was going on him. We saw it.
I think Abuza killed him on a route like 6 times in a row or something. I'm exaggerating, but like it felt like
it.
He was the guy. It was like your job, like make sure he doesn't get through. And that's not how it works exactly, but he did a really great job of it. 3-0 for Faze. I'll be honest. I think you and I talked. I was like, if Faze win this, I think it goes 5. Optic have potential to win this in 3-0, 3-1.
I think I picked Optic 3-1. So
I did not
surprise for me for sure.
I don't think many picked Faze 3-0. But I think you saw how impressive this team can be. Do you take a lot away from this for like Optic? No, I mean, I think they're going to bounce back. They're going to be an incredible team, but it's a loss here. Great first series, but let's hear about the rest.
Great start here to the day. If you're a Faze fan, there's been a lot of turmoil in the Faze camp, but Faze Esports showing strong against one of the best in the league. A 3-0, and you called Faze. I'll throw my pen and paper at you with excitement. How do they just dismantle Shotzi's squad? This is the worst I have seen out of Shotzi, looking like an NPC with the NPC. The rest of the team getting outslayed as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was trying to make a case that that gun doesn't deserve to be banned because he kept toughed it out, and he was having a terrible time. Clearly, the game plan for Faze is keep track of where he's at on the map. He was effectively shut down across this whole series. I mean, that was belt. You look at this one, you'd be hard-pressed to say that there's a team out there in the league better than Faze as it stands right now. I mean, their strength of schedule, you heard Clint and Joe talking about it. They played all the top teams. You come out of that with a 3-1 record, and you 3-0'd Optic Texas, where you smothered them. I mean, on this map, like, their runs, they were converting almost all of them when they were actually trying to push, finding kills left and right. The AR duo on the map #1 just absolutely taking over despite losing the breakoff that we talked about. This FaZe Vegas team, man, they are just on point.
I felt like there may be a falling out in the FaZe camp. After you bring on a 5th man, there's a lot of tension, a lot of worries. Am I getting replaced on the squad?
Yeah.
Looked like it fueled them. You called it right. That having that 5th man gives them a little extra pressure. Incredible stuff as everyone finding success. The team outslaying Optic in a clean 3-0 tonight.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, you bring that up, and it's like, if your team's made of the right stuff, which is, that was the goal in the offseason, is let's put 4 like-minded individuals together that when adversity hits, they can rise above and figure out their problems. Bringing a guy in as a substitute like a Luka, their plan is clearly to, like, develop him. And yeah, it might put a little bit of pressure on those guys, but Draza and Abuza, the Zaza bros, like, they know what they're capable of. They don't lack confidence. It was just, we need to play at a faster pace and more team-oriented, and you saw that today. Like, they put in work, and this was phenomenal. I mean, every time you needed a break, every time you needed Draza to find a kill and stay alive, it happened time and time again. This AR duo, yeah, looking like they're amongst the best in the league.
FaZe, Zaza finding success together once again. Who had the better game, Hazard or Habuza? Hazuba, excuse me.
I love that. I'm going to go with Hazard. Draza, I think, you know, the amount of pressure that's been on him, the narratives that, you know, people were talking about with this roster, and then the looming guy on the bench in Luka, Draza needs to deliver. He did.
Both ARs having a big day. They earned your scuff play of the game. But here is my nominee. I think it goes to Chris Laird, the greatest player to ever touch Call of Duty. Let's take a look at what Simp did in Game 2. After being down 1-3, he brings it back with an 8 streak. Most importantly, that missile comes into play in round 10 to seal the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're on an offensive round where, like, it was stagnant, a little bit slow, and you play around that streak, right? Essentially winning them the game. Yeah, Simp's ridiculous. I mean, you look at his stats aggregate versus the best teams in the league. Like, he's stood out above everybody. To me right now, he looks like he's the best in Black Ops 7.
Simp is definitely the consistent feature there on the FaZe squad, but the X Factor, man who popped off today, goes by the name of Hazard in the Mirror. Draza, welcome to the show. Congratulations on a big W after a 5th player was just signed to the roster. Can we start there with the conversation? What went through your mind when you were told by management that a player was being signed from Challengers?
Honestly, I was happy for him. I feel like, you know, joining FaZe, especially as a sub spot, and how early he did it in his career, I think he has, you know, a good chance to do something in this league. And I was pretty happy about it. I'm not too worried about it. I feel like us as a team, we're doing good, and we've been working to get better each day, and that's what we've been doing.
Well, your numbers today prove that he's not taking your spot anytime soon. Congrats on the win in the 3-0.
Yo, Draza, listen, man, I picked you guys to win, and I spotlighted you to pop off. I had belief. And kind of spin that into the narratives that were surrounding your name and your guys' team prior to the break. Obviously, as a player, you see all those things. What do you attribute, like, your individual performance in this series to throughout the break?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people just, like, they kind of just take, like, the beginning of the game so serious, when I think we just changed 2 players and we're still learning how to play.
Yeah.
And obviously we start off 2-1 and we had a pretty hard schedule, so I just think the longer it goes by is the better we're gonna get. And I think everyone's saying shit, like talking about scrims and whatnot, because I know these guys were talking a bit when we scrimmed them, and that's why, you know, I just came to lock in. I don't know why they're talking like that, because, I mean, we're just playing scrims. We haven't been to a major yet, and had to show them today.
Whoa. Can we back that up a little bit? Because this is some insider knowledge that I wasn't privy to. Who is the loudest mouth over there? Who's feeling confident in Texas that you shut up today?
I feel like it's Ant, to be honest. Like, I think when they're streaming their scrims, he'd be saying a little too much. It's kind of been pissing me off. So I showed up today and did what I do.
Why they poke the CEO? Why? Like,
yeah. Hey, you know what? We are going into Texas. It is going to be the first major of the year. What do you want to say to the fans who will be out in full force?
I mean, hey, come through. We're excited to have you guys there, excited to play, and I think we're taking it home.
Faze Esports starting the year off strong. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
That's Draza. That's our first match of the day in the books. And Ant is perfect so far in 2026.
I gotta say
outside of that Carolina loss.
The rest of y'all pros talk trash, but you can't be giving players like Draza bulletin board material. You give us anything, we're gonna come out with that fire. So yeah, Draza looking good. We got another banger on the other side of this break. Boston versus the Vancouver Surge.
The Unshaven take the stage. TJ Haley for Vancouver. Get fired up, friends.
Look like the pros to play like the pros. The CDL team skins are available now. Scan the QR code or check out the in-game store now. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Black Ops 7 returns to the Esports World Cup in Riyadh this summer. Scan the QR code to be notified when tickets go live later this month.
Well, hello there. We are back and ready to kick it into the map 3. A hot contest so far. Yeah, it's hot in the building. It's hot in the series.
Hey, you got shorts on today.
You're hot. Yeah, no, I knew it was going to be warm, so I had a feeling. So I had to pull out the quads. Look at these things. You think anyone's blinded? I've been
see through them.
I've been hitting the Peloton though. There's some muscle there. I'm telling you, these things feel like a couple of rocks, man.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that, everybody home. Hopefully, no one
viewer discretion is advised.
Had their vision affected by the bright lights of my quads. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Those guys are frauds. It's Sunday. We're on land. Reverse sweep. It's easy.
That will be the game. Just get into P2. Get the final second. 250 to 110. Are you kidding? And you got the Bulldog already out of his chair. You know when he's in that mode, he usually gets it done with the SMG, but his AR was simply uncontested.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the Boston breach sanctioned by the CDL. All weapons have been authorized for use during the breach.
Fala LVM, não pô, tô postando um vídeo aqui. Esperando a partida começar aí. Certo, irmão? Mas tá aparecendo o áudio da live aí, né? Tá. Tô sim, pô. O resultado da Faze com a Optic, imagina, pô. Chupa-pica. Daquele jeito.
Going up against a Boston squad that finished 2-1 in the opening 2 weeks. We welcome Merc back to the analyst desk. And Joey D, what's the vibe coming into this matchup today?
I mean, obviously for like Surge, it's almost like we're starting over again. We bring in TJ. I mean, listen, TJ and Quinn last year, they were a strong duo. Like, I mean, early Carolina had some top 4 finishes. So they're probably just happy. I mean, listen, it was obviously just a lot for Legend to deal with right away. I mean, just not a lot of COD experience, right into a COD League team with no veterans around him. It was a tough spot. He was just like, you know what? This just isn't for me right now. DJ, come hang out.
Vancouver building fresh this year. They tried to bring in a star, a champion from the Halo scene. That experiment was
dá o like na live aí, rapaziada.
Now the second oldest player in the CDL, right behind Dashy. TJ, who I saw when he was, what, 12 in Pimpley, is now the second oldest player in the league, and he still got it, guys. He was dominating challengers, a reason they went out and signed one of the best from Telluride Bush.
I mean, listen, this is like, you know, there's always like the questions around sometimes when these vets get like 3, 4, 5 chances and after challenge, like they're going down to dominate challengers. Like TJ was doing that. So he gets another chance. And again, he's back with Gwyn. We'll see how much better they look today.
Yeah, I mean, like, thinking about this Surge team, it's only up from here. I mean, Chris mentioned like they were 0-9 in map count, and we saw the difference in that bringing in one player, what it can do in Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Like the parity in the league, it's not that far off. And you know, these guys like Abe, he had some great moments tail end of last year when he came in for Toronto, and then Lunars in the last series, we saw like, okay, maybe he does have a place in this league. He can shoot with the best of them. And now you're bringing in TJ, who has experience with Gwen, as Joe mentioned, like they can do some damage, particularly in those search and destroys. So I think it was a good move for Vancouver. And also, like we talked about Legend a bit, coming to COD, slow start. I don't think people recognize he was having like half the amount of damage as everybody in the lobby. Like he was really far behind. Yeah, so the search team, they're going to get a massive buff in terms of damage output.
This is the Surge squad. They are the underdogs today. They're going up against the favorites in Boston Breach, who are currently 2-1. They've had some exciting matches so far, and a lot of high hopes for Snoopy to be the leader of this squad. What do you see when you look at Boston?
I mean, listen, that's sort of been the conversation for a couple of years now, right? Just waiting for Snoopy to really be into a superstar. But fact is, the way they ended last year was so strong, especially at Champs. And then, oh, Nasty's on the market. We're going to bring him in here. I think it's been a solid start for them. Obviously, you know, 4-2 in hard points. And, well, Nasty's been great. I think the one thing for them, probably the search and destroy, has got to clean up a little bit if they want to win some more series versus our top teams. We'll see if that got better throughout the break.
Yeah, I think if you were to, you know, try to argue one-for-one upgrades in the offseason, Nasty for Wake was probably one of the bigger one-for-one upgrades in that you're getting a guy who's going to individually perform better than Awakening.
Somebody legit who's
proven, who's been there, who can help, you know, mold a guy like Snoopy, and then also a guy who's a leader, right? So you're checking a lot of boxes, Joe, and I think that's why we've seen the early success from Boston.
Yeah, we're only checking 3 boxes when it comes to maps today. It's Scar, double dose of exposure, and then Den for hardpoint and Game 5 search and destroy. Why aren't teams squaring up on Blackheart? I expected Boston to be vibing with the subs on the new map.
I mean, do you really want to go into a Blackheart where it's like you could have 3 subs on search?
Eu mandei o link do Discord aí, o LVM, esse é o link da KL. Aí dá uma olhadinha lá pra ver como é que se escreve. Só que eu acho que já começou a... Já começou, eu não sei se tem como se escrever agora. Fala velho, monstro, fala relutão, como é que tá aí? Só baixar o teu volume aí, viado. Baixa o volume aí.
I'm going 3-1 Boston. They lose.
Master Merc, what are we feeling?
I'm going
Boston. Viado.
Game 5?
Não fala mal do mano não, mano.
In that case, I choose you, Telluride Bush's TJ Haley. The Vancouver Surge is going to see the best performance out of Gwen in his entire career because TJ is about to enable it. It's the second coming of Neptune in a TJ cookie crumble form. It's time to get this match started as we
Mano, eu ia jogar, só que no fim... Pô, eu trabalho muito, né? Aí trabalho à noite também, aí pô, tem que ter TS pra... Enfim, pra ter entrosamento com o time. Aí também o comp geralmente é no sábado, aí sábado eu também trabalho o dia inteiro. Aí não dá não. Jogar só uma ranqueadinha. Vou ficar até o dia 23, dia 25 mais ou menos desse mês sem jogar, porque meu controle deu pau. E aí eu comprei um controle novo, aí tem que chegar o controle. Aí é isso. Qual os players tu conhece aí, mano? Competitivo. Hoje Dias, esse LP aqui.
He's a fantastic player, like storied history within the competitive Call of Duty world, and I love the touch that he's got good chemistry already with Gwyn. You know, this is
claro que eu conheço o Moller, pô.
It can only go up, right? For Vancouver Surge, let's see if this is where it starts.
Eles ganharam uma e perderam, né? Na verdade eles perderam a primeira. Deixa eu ver aqui. Acho que eles perderam de 2-0, viado.
This is a real fire and ice kind of series. Let's get it going.
Yeah, and of course, Boston going to be starting from the slightly advantageous side as well. And if you get the nades on point, you'll be right into time. And well, this is more or less worst case scenario for Surge. A couple pinches working through, so it's early days, but already like what I see from the breach.
But they contest. Let's try and slow down the start the Boston Breach have had, and it's all good kills there for the Vancouver Surge boys, but now once again they've been evicted from the hard point.
Não, eles ganharam, pô. Ganharam as duas, eu acho.
That is a fierce camo. Can Tej get into the feed? Sure can, gets himself one, but again Boston, beautiful start, getting the kills from inside time as well. Go for it, Lunas, hit the break.
Oh, Big Snoopy's just a nightmare. Yeah, can't take him down. Snoopy has been undeniable. That is fleet-foot footwork coming through from him, doing the dance the entire time. And listen, we don't think of Snoopy as like the super soaker, but when you do a dance around this P1, that is an expert at work.
The boy, he's a sponge, but on one side, he's real tough. That's the bit that gets the grime out, and he certainly did get the grime and the time out of P1. A big rotation as well, and Boston is still very much ahead of the game. Vancouver Surge now, bounce back, couple of big kills, but whoa, damn, what? Snippy! Big kills, open hard point, Boston are back in.
Well, no trophies though. I don't see any from either side, so it might be another nade fest rolling through. I think a couple of those surge nades end up missing, and now Purge with the pressure on the pinch. You see cleaning house. That is all 4 down, and the small window of opportunity Surge had to get a single second, immediately got slammed.
Look, is it better? Is it wet? We're gonna find out. We've got another hard point on its way, but for now, yeah, Purge, he's put himself in a good spot. Bad timing. Gwyn finds it. We're looking towards another rotation, and we might, I dare say a chance, we might be looking at some time for Vancouver Surge. Better late than never, boys. Here we go into the third.
Yeah, round of applause if they get it off the break. And all right, you're getting the entry kills as well, so try to be stable, and there you go. Big 2 out of Lunars. You're finally able to be a little bit secure. No pinches rolling through. Number 5, TJ has the middle of the map, so for Surge, it's all guns forward. Make P3 yours.
I mean, this is it. This is the 80-point comeback that we're on. We're in it right now, living it 1 second at a time. Oh, that might work out in the end. You never know. That nade went up and about. A couple of tags. He actually does get the assist on a Snoopy there, so you'll take it. Big wins out. Purge, though, and nice 2 on time, and that is going to be the cleanup. Here we go, Boston once again control. 30 odd seconds to go.
Hey, this is such a nightmare to actually push as well, because you have to walk in with one of the best headies, if not the best heady in the game, and if you die, you got to be fearful about spawning out. So Purge is collecting freebies, and now it's dangerous because number 2 is able to take the route, so Cammy spawns him out, and Surge, I mean, listen, it was a great first 15 seconds.
17, 8, and still counting, brother. We're on the road. Cammy now versus the world. Can't take care of anything. What a 2-piece.
Vê se ficou melhor aí. Deu uma baixada aqui.
I'm not calling it out just yet. Vancouver Surge. This is a rotation 1. That was a big moment. Man in the middle of the map can be TJ. See what you can find on these players on the cross. He finds absolutely nothing. Sadly, now the approach is on towards time. Can his boys hold?
Purge is up top, and Purge has been on
Vê se ficou melhor aí. Deu uma baixada aqui, eu não sei se deu certo.
Attempt to block the spawns, very sticky towards the back, so a very tight setup rolling through. But this is all 8 arrows tucked in this corner of the map, but Abe is the untraded, and Abe's going to be the guy that has to give you a little bit extra. And it's battle between him and Snoopy. He does come out on top, and Vancouver Surge still holding
on. Top?
Sure. Kills in the feed there for the boys, and what do you know? We're right back in this one, Vancouver. It took you a moment to get going. Abe, the footwork is good. The comms also solid. And the fellas keep holding this one together. We are very much back in it, and Luna's from the back line now finding a few, trying to bring this next hard point into some form of contest for the Vancouver Surge lads. Here we go. Tej upstairs catches the first.
And it's going to get traded, but Lunar, well, was there for the trade. Purge, make sure you seal that deal. And I mean, now the minimap is looking very scattered, but that means for us, Miles, we get a piece together for Vancouver Surge, and they're listening.
É, tô viadinho. Ganharam as 3 ou perderam alguma? Eu vi que os moleques tinham comentado que vocês tinham perdido. Mas acho que, pelo que eu vi, ele ganharam as 3, né? Aí sim, viado. O de vocês eu acho que não passado na da KL, né? Não tinha live, né? Tem que fazer live de um de vocês 4, pô. É contra quem amanhã?
Nothing got left. One shot left.
É contra aquela MX Black lá? Amanhã vocês... É quantos jogos por time no final de semana? 4? 4 ou 5? Porque eu vi ali que os moleques eles jogaram só contra 2 times.
Few signs of frustration, chance, a couple of awkward one shots, but not a terrible listen from Surge.
No, and making the comeback as well. Like low key, if not just for the opening break in that D1, we would have a neck and neck game. So Surge clearly bringing the fight. They're inside the time. Abe, there's a multi-kill he's able to pick up, and I mean they're looking to be.
Ah, viado, quando aquela MX.
Purge has been on point. Thank God for TJ's nade, or else he would have been taken down. But as the trades roll through, Boston have the slight extra edge.
No joke though.
Não, eu tô ligado, mas quantas partidas quantas séries que vocês jogam?
Boston with a tight setup. They're playing it very, very close. Little opportunity now to push out, maybe get a cross map. They've got that mid-map presence as well. It's the magnificent rotation setup here for Boston Breach. They should not let anything get out of hand. Okay, number 6, that's what you wanted. This could be a good turn for Surge.
They did nothing wrong except the spawns. You see Snoopy trying to readjust though. Problem is TJ is out. Does the credit corner pay off?
Ah, então é 5 por time, viado, no final de semana, então. Vocês jogaram 3 hoje. E amanhã vocês jogam 2. É que é a primeira vez que eu tô acompanhando a KL, né, mano? Ano passado eu não acompanhei. Mas esse ano eu vou acompanhar, pô. Claro que quando tiver times jogando na mesma hora, não tem nem como, né? Mas se não tiver, eu acompanho.
Worst of days. Nasty there with the trade, and we're battling towards time. Chance they've held on a lot longer. No one on time at the moment. Can we keep the play going? Teach and Co. They're down and out. It comes down to a 1v1 on time. Lost. Breacher in.
Yeah, but number 2, the spawns come in just a split second too late. Looters gets the blue side spawn by the time Boston realized it. Already getting shot in the back, so this is going to be the hill that maybe is where Surge can actually take.
Não, tô ligado, esse ano não tem. Esse ano não vai ter. Vai ser tudo junto, né? Não tem série A nem série B. Vai, eu tô louco pra jogar, viado. Só dia 25, dia 24 por aí. Torcer pra chegar semana que vem ao controle. Pra ficar pronto o controle pra eles enviarem. Aí bota mais uns 3 dias, 4 dias pra eles enviarem. Pra talvez jogar na outra semana. Peguei um de PS4 com o Badboy.
Yeah, just trying to break that levy. You still got the pressure on the backline spawns, but ultimately I think Boston very happy for how they set that up.
Cara, o meu Ed estragou o pedal de abaixar, pô. Aí estragou o pedal e eu já tava com vontade de jogar com o controle do PS4, porque sei lá, cara, a minha mão não é muito grande, tá ligado? Aí o do PS5 ele é bom, só que eu peguei um do PS4 pra me ter uma noção. Não pra jogar, né, mas consegui ver ele pessoalmente, achei que ele encaixou. Mano, e até o COD passado, mano, eles estavam jogando tudo de PS4, mano, os Pro, tá ligado? Eu não sei esse ano os moleques falaram que eles estavam jogando já com um do PS5. Aí eu não sei, não tenho certeza. Mas eu tava com vontade de jogar com o do PS4, aí deu esse problema do pé do Edge. Aí eu aproveitei e já comprei. Aí se eu curtir, eu vou ficar com o do PS4 mesmo. Não, eu tô ligado que tem menos delay, viado, mas é isso, né? E boiada que o do PS4 também é mais barato, né? Com pedal, né? Mas daí eu mandei arrumar também o meu Edge, tem uma assistência aqui perto. Aí mandei arrumar. Vou ficar com os dois, né? Ver qual que é melhor. Sei lá, mano, eu acho que a pegada do PS4, mano, é que tudo depende do tamanho da mão do cara, né, mano? Tipo assim, pô, se o cara tem uma mão muito grande, viado, o do PS4 deve ser horrível, mano. Porque ele é bem pequenininho, né? É, o do Xbox seria melhor. Mas se o cara tem uma mão menorzinha, tudo questão de gosto, né? Pois é. Pô, eu tô com muita vontade de jogar nesse controle, viado. Até tinha pegado um emprestado do meu cliente, aquele 8-bit não sei o que. Bonzinho, cara. Até joguei um dia com ele, só que assim, bah, não, mano, vou devolver o controle, esperar chegar o do PS4, que daí o cara se acostuma com esse do 8-bit, depois tem que se acostumar com o do PS4, aí fica uma confusão fodida. Aí esse não, vou esperar chegar esse do PS4 pra começar a jogar. Aí eu fui lá na assistência levar esse Ed, mano. Aí tinha um de PS4 lá em cima lá. Pô, mano, eu peguei ele na mão. A pegada dele é bem melhor, viado, do que o do PS5, mano, sei lá. Claro que o do PS5 a estrutura do controle em si é melhor, mano, mas de pegada mesmo de controle o do PS4 é melhor, mano, sei lá. Aí vai dar Boston, né? Tem que ver.
Typical on the search from the battle back. But that scoreboard as well, I have no idea what the record actually is, but that I think is the most assists I've ever seen garnered by one team in a game. I think Boston might have just thrown up 60 assists for the combined kills front, so their teamwork outstanding.
Are we talking? Is this another Halo 2 reference on this Saturday of the COD League? That's a lot of assists. That's two guys at a time, always getting tags in. Perfect teamwork again from Boston Breach Boys. So kills for Vancouver Surge. It looked very, very tough to stay alive, you know, for the longest of time, especially in the first set of hard points. But hey, they figured it out, man. They figured it out. They got it going. And again, I think this was the toughest test of a map they could have had for their first match together. Really, Scar is not an easy one, especially against a squad like Breach, who have a good hardpoint record. So what, 5-2 now? That is a great way to test your resolve right off the rip. You don't go all the way, could have been worse, could have been a lot better. Let's see how the S&D goes, because again, as far as I'm concerned, Surge, on paper, might be able to pull out some magic here, Charles.
It'll be the necessity for them to make the pull back, but yeah, just having those first two hills, that goose egg sitting there, yep. A very painful thing indeed. So you start out the map down 80, finish it down 45, you'll take the sort of 50. They at least got the guns warm, you know?
They did. You know what I do? I would take those 2 zeros, draw a little smiley face underneath it. Turn that frown upside down, because it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Vancouver Surge, nice bounce back. Not enough to find the dub. But you're not wrong, mate. What a turn it was. Either way, that was the game flow. We now look across the rest of the series. Exposure, S&D coming up next, and Overload, as you said, the S&D might be a must-win right now for the Surge boys.
Absolutely, because it is also the weakest mode by far that Boston Breach had, at least in those first 2 weeks. Their hardpoint, they now have a 5-2 record. It is S&D where they have struggled, and S&D where they have actually been more or less getting bullied out. Exposure is a new map for us to see actually Boston play on, but certainly during the break, this is where we know their attention has to be. Make sure you get that extra level of focus. Steal strats from other teams, whatever you got to do to figure the game mode out. Boston is where they need to get that working.
Work to be done, plenty of it. I wonder how long they had this team change in mind. I wonder how much time they really did get to practice or get TJ into the system, because he's now the vet on the team. He truly is Uncle TJ. Uncle TJ, not quite Uncle Buck, but you know, still sweet enough. Shout out John Candy. Here we go, folks, into the search and destroy. I hope you brought a hat and some sunscreen, because we're going to Exposure, and it is certainly going to get hot indeed. Of all the Exposure we've seen, Chance, this week of the COD League being back, it's fun map. It's an interesting see for Search and Destroy. I'm excited to see what Surge can bring here. I've got my magnifying glass out, and I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to critique, and I'm ready to have a good time.
Yeah, and same thing for Boston as well, because if their S&D has been a pain point, there's no fear from this squad. Their playmaking ability in S&D is fantastic. It's been mentioned once or twice, but Snoopy, his clutch ability last year, I think far and away, I had him as a top 5 S&D player, because Snoopy was sort of Mr. Do-It-All. He'd get the bombs down, he'd go for the first bloods, but if he was last alive, he had a 50% clutch rate in 1v2s. So they are happy to set the man up to go for the clutches, and maybe we'll test that a little bit later on. They'll be on defense for the first round. Surge off the break, spread the map, playing for picks. I miss Slasher already.
Can't believe he's gone. Teach, another vet of the scene, trying to keep this play alive towards the B side of the map. Everyone's going to cut their losses, bounce on back towards the middle of the map, and that's where we're going to be seeing the next engagements towards A. And A, it's happening. Luna's gets a bully full of lead, and now he's trying to get himself out of trouble. No coverage there. Cammy cleans up the final. Oh dear, Nasty wins a big 1v1, and this round is falling to pieces. Yeah. Yep. Go on, Teach, 1v4.
I wish I knew that reference. I'm slowing down.
Can't remember the name. I can't remember. Don't worry about it. Teach though. Still kicking. There's no way, right? 25
Snoopy's
seconds.
nightmare now. Yeah, you gotta get the bomb as well. You have no intel on the other 2 players. This is dropped.
A long and I suppose one way to look at it, long and respectful 1v4 scenario to find yourself in there as TJ Haley takes one to the grave with him. But Boston, the first 3 gunfights could not have been better for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their teamwork was on point as well. They had 55 assists in map number 1. That is the 3rd highest we've seen this year. So Boston doing incredible work in the team shooting category, and we saw that in the first round of S&D as well. Completely on point, overwhelming every single player involved towards the middle of the map. And I mean, I know Cammy gets credit for the first blood, but there was a lot of action to make it happen. Shout out to EasyMac for the stats.
It was break even by the script. I had to Google it. There it is. 2008.
Oh, okay, great, dude. Good band.
Thanks, man. Not that I had anything to do with it. Cammy eyes on the first man. Snoop's now going to be next up. And we're shoulder to shoulder down low by A. And Purge, he knows there's an opening to play with here. Oh, the drive-by smoking. The hot box, if you will. Over the top, the backline cut wide open by Purge. And that's going to be the start of the play. Bomb plant on A. Man advantage Boston. Oh, okay.
TJ has to get 2 here in this moment. If you have any opportunity, he gets shut down, and well, that's going to leave Abe in a very tough spot.
Oh, and he walks into the stun as well, and Mr. Byron Plumridge will walk him through that. Oh dear. Well, another good round from Boston Breach. Purge, what an opportunity he made. The drive-by smoke into the attack on the back line gave his boys plenty of time to distract and take care of the front. Whew, nice round.
Yeah, and also a moment probably where Gwyn shouldn't be getting caught off guard in that way. It's his teammate that was like responsible for that angle in the first, but they just played a little bit deeper, a little bit passive, but they had the guaranteed kill. Gwyn just caught off guard, and whether that be a communication thing or a mental mishap, Purge taking full advantage. And as you say, not just the drive-by smoke, but the willingness to get that aggressive. Great signs for Boston.
How many more signs are we going to have? For a good-looking Boston Breach SD. Purge and Snoop there, the 1-up, 1 down. T's going to hit that corner, and he's going to hit some trouble. Here we go. Oh, Snoop gets both of them. Luna's with a big trade. Who's going to walk away with a victory here? And it will be Vancouver Surge. Bomb recovered as well. And the question remains, do we attack B, or do we now go towards the mid-map A? That's where Nasty's lying in wait now. Opportunities now arise for Boston.
Well, they're waiting for a pinch to roll through, so we get to see Vancouver Surge, what these 2 players want to cook up. Waiting for a mistake early on, but 50 seconds is plenty of time. Lunas and Gwyn are not in a hurry.
He's not at all in a hurry, and if anyone peeks that balcony, they will run into Lunas. They've gone low. And Gwyn, this guy's on at least the first man. The kill's good enough. Lunas has to win the trade, and he does. Beautiful. An opportunity to have thrown it, but Lunas with a hit point advantage, surely not. Nice recovery. After what was a devastating 2-piece from Snoopy and Purge, down low by the solar panels there. Good work on the bounce back of Vancouver.
Yeah, Lunar's there for 3 in the round as well, and I love at least those guys being on the same page. Be stagnant, watch the pinch, wait till you get the information, and then Gwyn, super clean shots on that first guy rolling through, and I mean, that's a moment for Lunars. You have to be aggressive, you have to get the trade, and he executes immediately. So able to get one on the board, and we can turn our attention back over to Boston and see what these guys want to switch up, and it'll be nasty with the boomstick. Misses the intelligence on the guy getting out and misses the shot as well.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He's not going to have too much to work with outside of a lovely nade. And again, keeping those players pinned down low. A similar situation when Purge found himself, you know, in an advantageous spot a few rounds prior, but now young Snoop, bomb plant, Abe, great timing for the second as well. Magnificent stuff. Purge alone, 1v4. Good luck, have fun. It's done.
Drown him out. That's exactly what we want to see. Abe with a huge play down low. And again, nasty if you got the boomstick out. Can't miss very often, but the flinch knocks the sight away. Boston unable to execute, so wonderful stuff there. And maybe even the information of once Snoopy's going for that bomb plant, that gets called out from the player top window. Abe immediately gets active. And a little bit lucky there on the COD timing, but you see the execution, clear cut, knows that Snoopy's going to be on the bomb. Easy 2-piece for Abe.
Good work for Abe. First time saw Abe back at the 2025 Esports World Cup, playing for that Toronto roster. Finding himself in another Canadian squad. This time, it's Gwyn with a snipe, and he's unfortunately just off of the timing as well. Same spot, different looks. Abe once again finding himself in a hit point advantage situation. TJ not able to get into the fight just yet. That nade's not going to go anywhere either. You've taken control of the A bomb site, but you've still got players all around you. Boston setting up for the pinch.
Well, they got Snoopy trapped back here. They know he's here as well, but the trust wasn't quite perfect. And now you got the bomb guy running at Snoopy. That is a dangerous decision, and that is exactly why he gives you something extra.
Persia gets tags in on the next man as well, so this 2v2 became very awkward. They've got no idea whatsoever where Gwyn is. He's about to run into a whole heap of trouble, and it is bad luck on bad luck right now for Vancouver Surge. Tej,
Vancouver.
1v2 with 35 o'clock. Oh, sugar. Cammy. Big tags. The second shoulder thrown. And Cam was feeling it indeed. Give me the kill cam for that one.
I don't actually know who got it, if that was Cam or if that was Purge towards the end. That might just be another assist added to the pile.
That's the
way good aggressive shoulders being thrown.
It was Purge, thank God. There was like no way he gets the kill that quick. He got 2 bullets in. Cammy discussed work either way. Breach. Another decisive round. Unfortunate timing from Gwyn. He had this sort of blessing of being completely unknown in that final moment, the 2v2, but bad timing hurts him a lot. Breach starting to walk away with it.
Yeah, I mean, that was also a round where more or less the play call is to deal with Snoopy. If you're successful, things look great, but Snoopy's able to give you 2. And that is, again, a dangerous play call to have to make. As the nades roll through, they do some damage, but no kills just yet.
Yeah, Nasty swaps off the sniper at the last possible second, so he gets away with it. He takes damage as well. If he had taken damage any sooner, he would not have been able to make that swap, but there we go. Purge in the furthest forward position he could be right now for the squad. Oh, plenty of intel on the first man. Not on the second. What a win from Cammy. Another sneaky smoke. This time, though, Abe makes him pay for it. Surely you know the bomb is being planted by A. Now you do.
And he gets out. This is going to be a 2v2 battle low.
Big work again from Abe. Snoop trying to reposition quickly, worrying about the flank. Oh, an opportunity now in the corner. Nasty stays alive. What timing on the Gwyn? Can he find the kill? He's trying desperately for it. Nasty now all alone as Vancouver Surge have backed up, trying to take control of the bomb. And this should be their round with 20 seconds to go. Nasty caught unaware, and that will be the defuse. The boys were playing hard for the kills there, and they just have enough time to secure it all. Abe, great stuff. 3 spree for him. Gwyn gets the defuse.
Yeah, he's been making some nice plays down low as well. They had like a little 2v2 battle going on, but they backed Snoopy down, able to pick up Cammy with no trades rolling through. Just got to execute with the man advantage. And I mean, job well done. So certainly seems like the communication right now from Surge completely on point. Vibes are decent. Sometimes you got to scratch your back, but it'll be like that.
If you can't scratch your own back, whose back can you scratch?
That your teammates, man. We gotta up the vibe, you know.
Well, 3-3. You find yourself in a nice position here on exposure. Snoop's going to be the solo man over by B, and he's about to run into a lot of Vancouver Surge plays. I don't know if he saw anyone on the approach. He definitely has now. Backs on up. Here comes some reinforcements. It's going to be the battle on the back line here towards the bomb site. TJ sees some shoulders, gets some good timing, good shots. Enough to get the bomb planted as well. 3v3.
And you got Cammy and Nasty going to be waiting for Purge to take this world tour. It's really a decision about who wants to be the first to engage. They know they have him trapped, and those are nice shots down range. Purge lives in the smoke.
Oh my goodness, and he's making it that easier now. Nasty's got any hit points here to work with against Abe? He does have a teammate now on the trade right through. Cammy's there for it. Last man, Gwyn. And this entire hold may fall down to 1 or 2 kills. Gwyn, check this one. His timing is bizarre. No, he could have had at least one man on the bomb, but Boston Breach off the back of a disgusting Dravik kill from Purge. What a retake.
Yeah, Purge, a longtime descendant of Harry Houdini. You had Gwyn just staring into the smoke, looking at the disappeared man. And that is, again, just clean, efficient work. Boston, no fear in their hearts on these plays they have been making. And a lot of things have happened on this map. The observers making plays too. I noticed. Those numbers. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that is, not only is that insane accuracy all around, but the centering, straight walls, like not even hiding it. JK, it's like /S sarcasm. Great work from Purge.
He's going to be responsible for the pinch. He's been willing to get active on the mini-map, so keep your eye on that #1 arrow. But on the flip side, I mean, Surge have just had a ton of success of sort of dominating down low. TJ's already snapped into position. He's got Lunars there for a little bit of support. And Purge gets caught as well. So now for Boston, there's really nowhere you can go. You can't plant on A. B looks like it's locked down, and they have no information on anybody.
I don't know. I feel like you can make a mistake at B, and bad timing's going to punish you. Oh, he just sees the cheeks of Abe, and Nasty does not miss. Finds it. TJ down. Cammy makes it a 1v1, and the push now through mid from Gwyn. The timing is great. The damage is exceptional, but Cammy has been here many times before. Eyes on Gwyn. He's got the hit point advantage and a massive win from Cameron McGilligan. What a round from Boston Breach. Killer Cam strikes to keep the boys alive.
That's the backbreaker clutch too. That is a quick and easy 1v3. They had done everything right. Dominate down low, get the early bloods, and then TJ, well, the second man in line looking for the trade. Cammy just reads him clear as day. And a second, he's able to get to the realm of safety behind those boxes towards the middle of the map. Resets the situation, and I mean, Cammy's been around for a long time. Gwyn has been superstar caliber from time to time, but Cammy was born in it.
Oh, boulder by it. When he first saw the 1v1, he was but a man. Snipes up for Gwyn here, looking for a big change of pace. Sitting on map point for Boston Breach. And the flank is on. Purge has once again been given free reign to do whatever the hell he likes here on exposure. The timing is great, and the kills are there, and the round had barely begun before it was over. 2-0 to Boston Breach here in our second series of the day.
Quick, clean, and easy. Just like that, they're sort of running away with it. Absolutely the biggest difference maker was Tony's 1v3, because that would have been Surge nearly tying up the round count. Instead, it just looks dominant towards the end. S&D woes no longer. Boston Breach, their teamwork looks incredible. Never a doubt the professionalism that this squad has. You expect them to improve with such a long break.
A long break, good work being put in, and a very, very successful campaign so far against this new Vancouver Surge roster. Purge able to make basically whatever play he wanted to happen. Good stuff. Again, is it a testament to how much work Breach have put in, or is it just a little bit of a weakened Surge right now? They're still figuring things out with the big change they have made as well. Good stuff though, either way. 2-0, and now we go into overload chance. Again, I think it's a difficult ask, especially of a new squad on exposure, to try to find some big success here in a mode that is very, very difficult to find success in. Very, very difficult. A complicated mode here in the Call of Duty world. Overload, though, coming up after our break. Chance, how are we feeling about this series, mate? As cut and dry as you thought it would be?
I mean, the desk sort of gave their intel, right? Merc was pretty confident about a 3-0 victory. Nameless said, I think 3-1. If anything, Boston loses the overload. So that'll be the true test. We got to find out after the break.
We're going to find out after this real quick break. Don't go too fast, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a good and exposure overload right after this.
Galera, eu vou desligar a live aqui.